part 2 of this story behind the story, where we are talking about Karnataka elections and 2024 Chief Minister, BJP, Congress, and our panel remains the same. Viraj Naik, analyst, Elvis Gomes, Congress, Giriraj Pai Vernikar, BJP, Pratima Kutino, and advocate Siddharth Samant. And I would like to, we've just finished off with Viraj at the end of the last episode. So I would like to speak to Elvis. Now this could be after the euphoria of the win and all that. We're just watching, today is Thursday? Wednesday. Elections were Friday. When were the voting?
13.
Saturday.
Friday? Saturday.
13th was the results.
Yeah. But we've still not managed to get a chief minister.
4 days.
Yeah, it's 4 days, 4 and whatever,
4 and
half of that day. And that is something that the opposition parties have taken advantage of, Elvis, in the previous days, including Goa, you are aware. So is that something that needs to be worked on, the speed or whatever? Also, 2 questions here. Now what the sources say, I don't know, but what sources, very strong sources in the Congress say that the High Command has already taken a decision and it wants Siddaramaiah as the Chief Minister, right? Now Siddaramaiah has always been a Chief Minister 1.5 term, 1 full 5-year term. Second time, and the Congress lost its majority under Siddaramaiah's Chief Ministership. But he was still made the Chief Minister at that time. After that, 17 Congress MLAs left and BJP came to power. Is that advisable, or DK young, dynamic, good strategies, may not have the charisma, may not be such a public figure as Siddaramaiah, but Siddaramaiah, I think how much, 75 must be around that. Is that not the same thing? Gehlot, Magir, where is it? Rajasthan, MP, all these guys, are they following history, paying attention to history, or want to make their own history like they did in 1947?
See, first and foremost, we should not be unduly worried about who will be the Chief Minister of Karnataka, because he is not our Chief Minister. For us, what matters is the Congress has won, and very decisively the Congress has won. Yes, as a common man, it is a little disconcerting that there is a delay, but nevertheless that also shows that there is a huge strength in the Congress. See, these are 2 very formidable leaders, and each one have their own strengths. And as you yourself have said that the decision has been made, it is only just a matter of time before it is revealed. So whosoever takes over the chair as the Chief Minister of Karnataka will have to deliver. That is what is the expectation of not only the people of Karnataka but every congressman, congresswoman in the country. So we look forward to a healthy resolution of this, who should be the Chief Minister, and I believe that by today evening it should happen. From all indications that have been coming, this resolution will come, and Congress will form the government. They will form the government and the ministry.
Yeah. Now, see, a lot of the perception. Now you're talking about Assembly and Lok Sabha. Giriraj, I'll bring you in on this Assembly and Lok Sabha. Lot of the perception is, as you have been defending. No, this is Assembly, this is Lok Sabha. Lot of the perception is that Lok Sabha. Assembly, fine.
I'm only worried about one example that he has given about this Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha.
Okay.
The example that he has given is of Delhi, where he says that the state government always is of the AAP and the center is given to the BJP.
Lok Sabha.
So that is what is worrying me, because this fight also that I saw, whether it is really a fight or a friendly fight, I cannot really determine.
We will have another episode to discuss this.
Because it makes a sense, it makes a strong sense that what these parties are up to.
Then we will have to say that about MP also.
I said this we will discuss. You don't get diverted. Wait, I want a little this. My issue is that Lok Sabha elections are fought on leadership, right? And people in India have always wanted a strong leadership, this infighting and all that. So today they have given a mandate to Congress on because they got their act together. Now, could it be Could it be because this is one allegation that the Congress has been facing. In Goa also it had the same issue in 17. This time it was a win. That the Congress has too many leaders. It cannot decide. This is whether it's a fact or it's not a fact, Elvis. I'm not saying that. This is the perception, which has been pushed by a large section of the media, and the people are beginning to believe Congress. They've got too many. You ask anybody, they've got too many leaders. They have less workers. They have too many this. They have too many that, and they cannot decide. They cannot do this. They cannot do that. So, Giriraj, is this from your perspective, which is different? I mean, the other side of the coin. What do you have to say about this? Is that what gives you more confidence also in Lok Sabha?
No, I think what gives me more confidence is the fact that Prime Minister's popularity remains intact. That we have seen and that we have seen even in the roadshows that he did. Of course, I mean, see, I believe the biggest reason was, on one hand, we had DK Shivkumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah. On the other hand, I think we could not portray a single leader from a local leader. And and I think that is what caused the biggest disconnect as far as our campaign was concerned. And I'm definitely sure, and but and as Elvis Bab rightly said, they have won a extremely comfortable mandate, and I think this delays, yes, shouldn't have happened, or shows how Congress has always had problems acting fast. But I think it's their internal matter, and there is nothing for us to celebrate or talk about. However, when he spoke about AAP and friendly fight, I think we don't have to go to Delhi also. In this very studio, there is a AAP spokesperson celebrating Congress's victory and or at the same time celebrating BJP's defeat.
I am celebrating that we are defeated in Karnataka big time.
See, AAP has
my opposition is BJP first.
Let us come to that. See, apart from Delhi and maybe Punjab, they contested Himachal, they contested Goa, one in UP. Import a Congress leader imported by AAP talking about imports. I don't think there is something hilarious. So, Magar is there is nothing hilarious. A person who तुमच्या आपने
these are the frustrations of Karnataka election results.
Wait, let him finish, then you talk. Yeah,
all I am saying is whether people don't change parties. If today, I mean, when we are talking about Lok Sabha, if there is so much of problem and anger against the BJP, I think each party should contest their elections. Why are they asking for opposition unity? What happened to, see, and again, I mean, we talk about Goa. She is more worried about the 8 Congress MLAs who joined BJP rather than who are failing to, increase the vote share despite of so many imports. So why are you worried about BJP? Why are you worried about BJP? See, this is, I think there were, आता frustration I think this is a classic display of mood frustration. Kasle katta. She is giving an example herself. Secondly, AAP had created 2 fictitious things around them, that they are simplicity and in non-corruption. I think with Sisodia, Vijay Nair and other ministers in jail, corruption issue is gone. With 45 crores spent on Chief Minister's residence renovation, not a new bungalow, I think that is also gone. मुझे गाड़ी नहीं चाहिए, security नहीं चाहिए, बच्चों की कसम, सगळे. So I think AAP is exposed, and she has herself accepted कि when people had anger against the BJP, they opted for the Congress and rejected the fringe. That's exactly what Pratima Bai has said. I am not saying this. So I think as far as the BJP is concerned, we have still 10 states. No other party has
6 plus 4. 6 plus
4. No. 10 is where we have 9. We have chief ministers right now.
Yeah. But 6 plus 4 with alliance.
No. 9 chief ministers of the BJP. And 9 chief ministers. See, that's what I'm saying. This 6 plus 4, which is circulating, is not true. We have 9 chief ministers, BJP chief minister. Plus, there are states where we share power, including recent Nagaland election. So, all I'm trying to portray is BJP is extremely on a strong footing. UP, Gujarat, I mean, the mandates we have won. I agree that, Himachal and Karnataka was a setback, but Himachal, as far as Himachal is concerned, I think it was always a 5-year game, which has just continued. We failed to this, and as Viraj Bab himself said, that Karnataka is somewhere where we have not won a mandate. So all I am trying to say is the impact on 2024, irrespective of what the fringe cry about, will not be there, and I think we will win with a much bigger margin, at least 325 this time. 325 seats.
One second. Hang on, yaar. We'll give you a chance. Yeah, Viraj.
Yeah, so let's stick to Karnataka. So I'll give you some
At least
figures.
for 2 minutes.
I'll give you some figures as far as 2014 and 2019 go. So in 2014, BJP got 17 seats and Congress got 9. Whereas in 2019, BJP increased their tally to 25 and Congress was down to just 1 seat out of total 28. Karnataka, Lok Sabha seat. Now, if you analyze in both the cases, in 2014 as well as 2019, BJP got more than Congress, and they were in Congress had their government. This happened when Congress had their government at the state level.
State level.
So in 2014 we had Siddaramaiah as the chief minister, and in 2019 Congress and JDS had formed a government under
Siddaramaiah again as chief minister.
as Kumaraswamy as the chief minister.
Correct.
Siddaramaiah was a coordinator. So with Congress in power in the assembly, BJP got more number of seats than Congress, and much more in 2019. Congress managed only 1 and BJP got 20 now, 25 out of 28. Now, for Lok Sabha elections, it's a fight between the central leaders. So here clearly it shows that Prime Minister's image and his charisma has sailed them through as far as Lok Sabha elections are concerned.
Because he's asking for votes for himself, right?
Yes,
It's not
whereas
for,
on the other
someone
side, at the Congress's side, people were not able to connect with the leadership. Now coming to the Congress, despite having government at the local level, they could not translate into seats in the Lok Sabha elections. So what different will they do this time around so that a similar situation doesn't arise? At the same time, BJP has to think about the 2024 elections, whether they will be able to retain 25 seats and what needs to be done, because this time the mandate towards the Congress is much better than last 2 times. So they have like got 42% vote share, which they had never got in the last 2 elections in the assembly.
To you also.
Dr. Samant made a very stark point about corruption. Rightly or wrongly, that 40% corruption tag stuck to them throughout the election.
Yes, it is.
And more so, when a letter was written,
reasons why probably
more so than a letter was written to the Prime Minister by the Contractors Association also.
Exactly.
So they could not shed that. कि 40% corruption commission ते दलने त्यांका. So having said that, only one point I would like to make is आमचे पै ते डिफेक्शनाचो आता पै डिस्कशन त्यांच्या भितर चलताले.
That's
Only I have to say one thing. Whether I will disagree with Pratima to a little extent that whether they have stolen them away or whether they have offered themselves.
That's
for
my
sale.
point.
That is a very
उनके
deep question.
principles दोहरा
Why?
रहे हैं.
What principles?
Principles दोहरा
What
रहे हैं.
principles? Principles school.
And then Congress also should realize whom to give tickets and see the background.
No, that's
Yes,
that,
5 minutes extra.
Of course, I agree to you.
Am I right? At least
agree to you.
then you all should also do proper.
I just want to bring one point.
One more point.
No, just one last
Then
point.
I will have another point.
When AAP spoke about 2017 mandate, the first time they formed the government in Delhi, BJP was the single largest party. Yeah?
That
So
LC
if that amounts to stealing the mandate, then I think that, so what I'm trying to say is, let's not get into these frivolous issues. If you see my debate, 90% of the time I have spent trying to introspect what happened in Karnataka and what will happen in 2024 or why Karnataka. So I have not got into a slugfest on matters which are, not relevant. And I think the discussion shows what happens.
See, it's my birthday today and I should get
You should get some cake.
And we should to give cake, you should talk.
And we should get a treat.
after.
Chai.
Now, see what I'm saying is, to sum up this thing. See, there are some important takeaways that if you want to win an election, an organized campaign and a face is required. Now this bridge is already crossed. Now there is no point in
That's
fighting
my
over
point.
the
The Karnataka is gone.
spilled milk.
Yeah.
You can only learn lessons from it
Yes.
for the purpose of next assembly election. Now next what is there on the
Lok
horizon
Sabha.
is the Lok Sabha
That
election.
was-
and for
We were
that
supposed to- that's
and-
what
and
we were
for
supposed to
that-
discuss.
And for that very important data has been given by our analyst. Now he has given very important data to say that see twice in Karnataka both the times when BJP outperformed Congress, it is the Congress who has been there at the ruling at the state, and yet they have outperformed. In spite of all these things, corruption allegations, better campaign, Congress still has not been able to bring down BJP less than 35 percentage votes. Now
Even
that's-
in the Lok Sabha.
Even in the Lok Sabha, that's not such a good going for Congress. And with this kind of elections where voting happens on a total different considerations, it's not going to be as easy. Now just because 5% swing in favor of JDS has swung in favor of Congress as far as assembly elections does not mean they will stay with you as far as Lok Sabha elections are concerned. Therefore, I will come back to the point. From 25, maybe I do not know. Maybe of course it's too early to speak. Maybe few may come down, but that may not be as substantial as what has happened in this election. That is assembly election. The swing has been totally in favor of Congress. They have from nowhere they have got 135. From absolutely nowhere they have got 135 seats. That may not be possible. From 1 or 2 seats, it is not possible.
How much
for-
did what Karnataka right now? Lok Sabha?
I think
Congress is one.
Congress is one.
So if the expectation is from 1, they will become 20 or something. It's a too unrealistic. Of course, they may go to 3, 4, 5. We do not know how much. But from 1, somebody thinks that they are going to get or reach BJP's place of 25. It's a Mungeri Lal ki
I
khabar.
don't think any logical analyst is going to think that. But the
Correct.
point here
But
is
yes,
the
it is
point here
possible,
is
it is
no,
possible, yes.
yeah, no, that's not the point that at least we were trying to make, Viraj and me. The thing is that BJP in its 6 or 10 states, whatever, it has hit its peak.
Correct.
It has hit
Correct.
almost
to better the
99%.
performance. See, it is not possible to
See,
for BJP
not
to
possible
better.
and all that we'll see closer to the date. But it is extremely difficult for anybody to hold on to that position
Correct.
like this.
Absolutely.
One, especially given the fact that performance is something that has to be debated. There are a lot of, see, ultimately you are head, but states also leadership is there, and many of the leadership like in Karnataka are pretty lightweight. So if the states also do not perform, I'm reiterating my point. It is going to be very tough for the BJP to maintain even what it got as of today.
Sure.
See what happens. The Prime Minister is there. Everybody says, okay, good. Not only in the country, outside also, good. Of course, the opposition will not agree with this. But I am saying that, yeah. But, now one leader, what about the rest? There are so many seats, 500 and odd seats. You need people in the states. If the people in the states are not going to perform, if the people in the states are not going to pull their weight, is it possible for the BJP? This is what point I was trying to make before we reached, I don't know where, before we reached the Himalayas. I'm really sorry about this. Yeah, now who wants to take this up, Viraj? You
Yeah,
or
so
Dotor
he made
or
a-
Giriraj, yeah. From the
I'll come in
political part
first
of
and
it.
then we can. So, Dotor made an excellent point. Now, going forward, let's analyze what can happen in 2024 as far as Karnataka is concerned. So, BJP has been getting more seats than the Congress, even with Congress being in the government in the assembly. So, what does the Congress need to do? So, Congress has to have a very strong chief minister. I personally feel they should choose DK Shivkumar over Siddaramaiah, though it's their choice. And because we've seen that with Siddaramaiah in power, they have lost. Performance was not that good as far as Lok Sabha count is concerned.
Even assembly.
And also you have to understand that Lok Sabha happens with the central leadership in place. So to counter Modi, his image, and when you vote in Lok Sabha, you are basically voting for him. You need a very strong incentive, so which can come to them if DK Shivkumar is made the chief minister. He has been working very hard and managing the campaigns, and that one factor can affect the performance. At the same time, you have to, Congress and the opposition parties have to understand that Karnataka is just one state. Just because Congress has got absolute majority, that doesn't mean it will happen in all the other states which are up for election. If you look at Rajasthan, if you look at MP, I don't think Congress will even pose a challenge to the ruling government.
I don't think
BJP.
Gehlot as Chief Minister, the Congress can pose it. Maybe Sachin Pilot was there or Madhavya Sindhya was there. Then possibly, because these guys, Gehlot may be a very good politician, backroom and all that, but actual organization, I don't know.
So they have to understand that it is going to be very difficult to fight the BJP. Also, as far as voting is concerned, every party has their loyal voter base. Then there are some voters who vote depending upon your performance. In addition to that, there is a small and substantial percentage of voters who vote with the wave. So if they feel BJP is winning, they will vote for the BJP.
Yes.
So that perceptional voters are also important. So if you realize that that BJP getting more number of seats is going to continue Karnataka, they might vote for the BJP. So it is very important for the Congress to get a very good chief minister, run the government in an efficient way, impress the electorate so that they will vote for the Congress in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections instead of BJP as they have been doing in the last two elections.
Yeah, I think 2024 elections will be all about Mr. Modi's persona, popularity. At the same time, we talk about inflation, but we also have to understand, we're still not out actually of possibly the worst pandemic that at least our generation has seen. And secondly, despite of that, if you see, there have been no civil unrest in India because 80 crore people have been given food security, or and there are multiple chief ministers also. I mean, if you look at most states, whether it is Rajasthan, we have a strong leadership. Madhya Pradesh we have, in Assam we have somebody like a Himanta, in UP we have Yogi. So I think it's going to be a very, very good election as far as the BJP is concerned. And Congress has made several attempts to talk about corruption, but not a single issue has stuck. So people don't attribute these issues with Prime Minister Modi, so they will vote differently. And the last but not the least, if you remember, Amit Shah in one of his speeches had said, if Congress wants to make it Modi versus Rahul Gandhi, then we wish Congress all the best.
That would be, I don't think that would be a good idea. Sorry. Yeah, okay, now half minute, both of you.
Half a minute, I don't agree so much to what Giriraj says.
Obviously, you
because
cannot
for
agree,
us,
then you've given up.
Karnataka is the starting point now. And we expect that this euphoria and this wave will travel across the country. See, by and large, as you rightly said, their full thrust is only on Modi.
Absolutely.
And there is always, he will agree to that, and he knows much more about this. There is always a law of diminishing returns. So they have picked, and I'm sure now they will be on their downslide. And there are several reasons for it. See, if you see now the utterances of our former governor, Satyapal Malik, he is coming, sitting there where the wrestlers are agitating. See, there are no solutions. See, you may talk about Modi, you may talk about BJP, you may talk about their governance. There are no solutions coming forth when it comes to these kind of issues, women issues. Now, who is agitating? Gold medalists of this country are agitating. Okay, they have brought laurels and glory to this country. Do they not deserve justice? So why is the Prime Minister not even uttering a single word? So therefore, I see the whole, overall in the country, there is a turning and there is a churning, which definitely will favor the largest opposition, that is the Congress. But Congress also has to hold their guard together. I do agree to that. It is not that you just, it's a wishful thinking that, something will happen. We have to work hard, and that is the message actually now for the people.
Because sentiment as well as organization is. Yes, Pratima.
Yeah, so this last 20 elections ala de Karnataka, I would like to tell that it was a semi-final for BJP also, because Prime Minister Narendra Modi was projected as the star campaigner there. Amit Shah, Jyotirao Mani, so CM Dikun Pramod Sawant, when they campaigned, people have rejected them. Health Minister, all Kannada Dikun lele, but they people were Kannadis smart enough. They did not get impressed by these people. Okay, even
so you feel is not
Madhe was they were on the verge of Madhe Dikun divert karka anche Damba Dikun divert kele goicho goicha lokankni paid holidays dilio pun kait जाऊ ना कित्याक these elections were fought on price rise, corruption, and more of because of corruption which has taken place there.
So you feel Lok Sabha is going to be
And this was a semi-final for Modi. Tanka kitle Bob Maru kite manu, no problem. But humbly accept kartat karudi. I'm happy now Giriraj at least accepted here on this channel that he is accepting the defeat. But let me tell you, Karnataka being the largest state has set an example for other states. दुसऱ्या मचे इला माझे इतलेच आसा की BJP somewhere is of Modi is somewhere trying to always help his friends called Adani and Ambani. ताका ते स्टील प्लांट आणि ते ताका फक्त ते असा आणि तो उलयता ते कोणाच्या बंगल्याच्या आणि दिल्ली सीएमच्या त्याचे ते सांगू सोदता 40 लाखाचं सूट बूट घालून चाय वालो कोण भोवता चॉपर घेऊन कोण भोवता ते सगळ्यांक खबर आसा लास्ट माझे इतलेच आसा that all the parties see 2024 Lok Sabha I feel all the parties have to come together. There should be unity aligning as Pagzai. Opposition should come together if they are thinking of going and fighting a big battle with BJP.
Okay. Now, guys, this was a very entertaining discussion to say the least. But in end, I would like to say lots of issues have come up. Lots have gone all over the place. But I would like to say one thing. Diminishing returns, I agree. For the last this also we had discussed this. Diminishing returns is there possibly, and it will be very tough for the BJP to maintain the peak that it has got there. We'll have to see as the 2024 date comes. We'll see. I'm sure spokesmen like Giriraj will keep on hitting no bulkhead, but ultimately we'll have to see. But one thing I say, this is something that again I am going on record. This will remain on record. That if the Congress shows this face like it has shown in Karnataka, after winning like this in the CM, then the options of the people will probably go to somebody else who can be put up a better thing. So, Giriraj, whether you like it or not, the option is up. It is probably going to go to up, and I still feel we can discuss this later that up is going to cross 20 MP seats this time for the elections. Now, whether it's going to happen, not going to happen, I know we have had Dr. Samant and me lots of discussions on this, but I feel it's not because AAP is doing something well, but because the Congress is doing something badly. This is what I feel. We're not going to have this discussion any further today. We are out of time. We will have it at a later stage. This was a very, very interesting discussion. Karnataka, Congress, AAP, BJP, and Sena heads like Dr. Sawant and Viraj, and keep watching because we will be having this regular discussion on these elections, on this politics as we come closer to the Lok Sabha election. Very important, and as of today at least, I think the BJP leads by quite a long part. All the opposition has to do is catch up with them. We'll see how good they do as we come closer to the date. Thank you guys again. Thank you, and keep watching Goa 360.